Good stuff. Fame, it brings with it all the spoils you could ever ask for, but for some, they trade it all for a private life out of the spotlight.
So is that four-letter word doing more damage for some than good?
Don't stop, make it pop, DJ, blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight.
Throughout their careers, stars can experience phenomenal highs and devastating lows.
Charlie Sheen rushed to the emergency room.
His wild ways had finally caught up with him.
He is an addict.
Success can be fleeting, or it can last a lifetime. One thing's for certain, every moment of their journey will be caught on camera.
She's now on 24-hour suicide watch.
What appears to be crack cocaine.
She's the one who just keeps sinking to lower and lower depths.
You've been the centre of the world's attention. There have been negative headlines. You've been boiling over, cracking up.
Susan Boyle was catapulted into superstardom.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by.
However, the attention soon became all too much for the Scottish singer.
Suddenly, with no pressure, then having all this pressure on top of me, I found a bit suffocating. Well, I was feeling very anxious during the final. Like, it got so bad it was actually sort of staring at the walls. I didn't want to know anybody.
Britney's breakdown happened well into her career.
Every time you think she's hit rock bottom, she manages to go a little lower.
But after being hospitalised, the pop star has managed to get back on the straight and narrow. Back home, our celebrities suffer the same fate. Alti and Child's a prime example of how the A-list life can fast turn upside down.
I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to justify that with an answer.
Sometimes there are no winners in the fame game.
Well, for more, we're joined by celebrity life coach Patrick Wanis, Kate Halfpenny from Who magazine, and celebrity agent Lauren Miller-Salento. Good morning, all.
Morning.
Patrick, we'll start with you there in the US. Is it fame or the stars themselves that can be blamed for these breakdowns?
It's actually a combination of both, the individual and the fame factor. But there are three types of celebrities. There's the person that seeks fame, fortune and power. There's the person that seeks to express their art and they become famous as a byproduct. And then there's the third type, the person that seeks attention to try to fill an inner emptiness. In other words, our intention and our motivation can definitely determine the result.
All right, now, Kate, is it more common to see a celebrity breakdown than a success story, or is it just that the breakdowns make better headlines?
Yeah, Larry, look, there are definitely many more success stories rather than breakdowns, and that's what makes the breakdowns so fascinating. You know, for every reality TV star who can't leave the house without crying or who has to go and live in a cave or shack up with a teenager, there are those who manage to keep their lives firmly on track. You know, if you look at Britney Spears, the yin to her yang is Justin Timberlake. They were both child stars on the same show. They actually went out together. They've both had enormous global fame. He kept it together. She didn't. Look at Brad and Angelina. They have the massive world spotlight on them every day, yet they managed to move their 6 very well-behaved kids around the globe and, you know, keep it together. And that's what actually makes it quite fascinating for us when we do see these meltdowns. We become addicted to them because, you know, it is quite unusual. People love a train wreck. It's more interesting than seeing, you know, your pretty well-adjusted star dropping the kids at school and going on to her jazzercise class.
Yeah, like a Reese Witherspoon who seems very, you know, well-balanced. Lauren, are celebrities, do you think, prepared for the harshness that comes with the spotlight?
I think it comes down to the individual, definitely. And as we've seen in examples like Altin, it's the people around them. It's their support networks too. But I think what really sort of bugs me about, you know, sort of that newer instant celebrity is this sense of entitlement, that they're entitled to, you know, and they have these massive expectations for fame and fortune, and they're sort of crushed and devastated and, you know, speaking out when that doesn't all happen for them. So are they prepared for a poor outcome? No, I don't think they think that that's ever going to happen.
Patrick, it can all happen so fast nowadays. Gone are the days of spending decades, you know, playing the pubs and stuff and working your way up to being a big superstar. It can all happen in a matter of months now. Is fame all too much, too quick, do you think?
Well, the pressures are extraordinary. You have physical, mental, emotional and even spiritual pressure. What I mean by that is physical pressure to look young, stay young, be slim, be healthy. Mental pressure to perform well, emotional pressure to be together, you know, to maintain your image, and spiritual pressure, even in Hollywood, to either be part of religion or not be part of religion. Some people try to get you out of Scientology, other people try to get you into it. But there's also a couple of other things, Larry and Kylie, such as exposure to drugs, or depending on where you are in your life. If you're a child star, you never get to be a child. Or you have all these people around you who have extraordinary expectations of you. So there's a lot of different pressures from a lot of different angles, and probably the greatest one is exposure to drugs.
Kate, how does the media play into all of this? Does the media have any responsibility?
Look, Kylie, it's a very codependent relationship with the media and with these stars. Obviously, we rely on them to sell our magazines. They rely on us to make their millions by being exposed. And you throw in the recent social networking. Every random in the world has got a mobile phone, as Prince Frederick discovered this weekend, who can take video of you and have that flash around the globe instantly. But I just get really annoyed by these stars who say, you know, I was on a reality show, I didn't sign up for fame. I'm sorry, you actually did. You know, Britney Spears, she was the one who decided to marry a lazy backup dancer in her early 20s and have kids really quickly and couldn't handle it. There has to come to a point where you say, you are adults, as I would tell my own children, sorry, man up. Take responsibility for your own decisions, be they good or bad.
Lauren, we're right out of time, but just really quickly, is it not the responsibility of these celebrity minders and these people who attach themselves for 20% or 30 or 40% to say, pull your head in?
Well, people like you. You're in the
Well, that's right. I mean, it's got to come down to the individual. If that individual's got no idea how to behave, manage themselves, or they don't have any business now, I think they're doomed. But it is up to the people around them to act professionally and pull them into line. Or, I mean, as we're seeing this week, they're not acting professionally either, or they're not accredited and actually in the business. So, you know.
It's about choices, isn't it?
Right.
The choices that you make. Thank you so much, Lauren, and to Patrick, and also to Kate. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thanks, guys.